And we're getting set for the tip here. Number 1, Chris Williams set to take it for the Saints, and number 24 of USC Aiken, Hill, is set to take it for the Pacers. Opening tip goes out of bounds. And right off the bat, we're going to have Flagler Saints basketball. Austin Howard will inbound it for the Saints. Behind center court, Jefferson Jean takes it. Now he'll bring it up. As Vaughn McCall between the circles, spins around his man. Swings it all the way over to Howard. Howard dribbles, left wing, dishes out to left corner. Jefferson Jean, three-point attempt off the iron. And that's taken down by Hill for the rebound. Robert Hill, the center, first rebound of the game. Goes to Pacers. Pacers take control. They bring it up to on the offensive side of the court. Number 23 goes over to Hill. Hill tries to dunk it, doesn't go in. Here come the Saints the other way. Demara Brown with it. There will be a foul. Looks like it's going to be on number 20, Henry Bolton III. And it will be his first foul of the game. Just over 30 seconds played in the first half. Vaughn McCall will take it up. He has Dean on him. He gives it up to Jefferson. Jefferson swings over the right side. Back over to Jefferson, right key, looking for help. There's Howard, three-point attempt for the right wing. It's good. That was Marcus Terry on him. He shot over Terry and got it to drop in. 3-0 Saints in the early going. Here come the Pacers. Bolton the third has it, now goes over to Terry. Terry, top of the key. Now it's between the circles. Back over to number 23, Dean from the right wing. Dean brings it in, puts the layup up. No good. Hill with the rebound. No good. That's time a defensive rebound by Chris Williams. Here come the Saints the other way. Left wing, Demara Brown. Demara Brown looking for some help. The Saints finally join them on the opposite side of the court. Chris Williams, left free throw line extended from the left side. His shot is no good. Terry comes down with the rebound. He brings it down for the Pacers. Dean with the ball over number 2, facing Brock. Brock from number 20, left wing. It's Bolton the third. Bolton the third gives it up. Right wing, three-point attempt by Faison Brock. No good. Defensive rebound by Chris Williams. Saints will push the floor. Demara Brown on the right side of the court. Takes it in himself. Puts the layup up. Left-handed off the glass and good. Beautiful drive to the net by Demara Brown. Here come the Pacers down the other way. Terry faked the three from the left wing. Instead, pulls it out. Goes to the top of the key to Dean. Dean back to the left side to Terry. Terry back to Dean. That's Bolton, excuse me, between the circles. Dean's got from the right wing. Goes down the paint. Now it's back up to the circle. Bolton the third from the right elbow takes a shot and drains it. 5-2 Saints in the lead. 17:48 remaining in the first half. Here comes Jefferson Jean bringing up the right side. Just over center court. Will stop. Now he'll go to his left. He's got Brock on him. Right wing is Demara Brown over to Vaughn McCall, three-point attempt from the top of the key, drops it in. Vaughn McCall with the tray ball, 8-2 Saints with the advantage. Saints off to a hot start. This one, 2 3 balls, one by Austin Howard, the other by Vaughn McCall in the early going. Left wing, the ball goes into the paint area. That's number 2, Faison Brock. We're going to have a foul on the play. And it looks like they're going to count the basket. They will, so an and-one situation for Brock. Looks like a kickball situation is what they're calling. And that will indeed be the first foul of the game for Austin Howard. First foul of the game, period. And that will send Faison Brock to the free throw line to get the old-fashioned three-point play. His free throw attempt is good. Gets the shooter's bounce there. 8-5 is your score. The inbound pass from Jean goes off of Brock and out of play, and it will remain Saints basketball. Vaughn McCall takes the inbound pass, gives it over to Austin Howard, who brings it up on the right side. He's got Terry on him, swings it over. Demara Brown, left wing, has the ball. Go to his left side of the key, along the baseline, tries to find somebody, tries to find Chris, instead it's a turnover. Down the other way goes Bolton the third. Bolton the third between the legs. He's got Vaughn playing tough defense on him. Ball between the circles now to Brock. Brock over to Bolton third. Terry with it. left elbow area. The ball gets knocked away from him by Austin Howard. Tie up, still around the left elbow area. And we got to see who's got the possession arrow here. USC Aiken has the possession arrow, so it will stay Pacers ball. Good defensive effort there by Austin Howard, however. Terry inbounding the ball. Dean's got it between the circles. Finds Terry in the left wing. Terry works his curls away around the pick, puts up the shot. It's no good, but we're going to have a foul on number 5. That's on Jefferson Jean. And that will put Terry to the free throw line for a pair. Mark Vanderslice is the head coach of the USC Aiken Pacers. He is assisted by Corey Hendren, Trevor Welcher, and David Belfield. As for the Saints, in his first season, it's head coach Chad Warner. He's assisted by Blake Selland, Spencer Palmer, and Tim Pollock. Blake actually played for Coach Warner at Shorter University, so he gets a chance to join him as on the bench as a coach now. Chad Warner has described Blake during his playing days as the best teammate he's ever seen play. And you know, when you have those kind of high remarks, you know you're going to have an opportunity to be a good coach. Teammates, good teammates, tend to make good coaches. Free throw goes in, 8-7. It's a 1-point lead for the Saints. Demare Brown has the ball. He's over center court. Right elbow, looking for help. He finds Chris underneath. Ball gets knocked away, or will remain flag or Saints basketball. McCall finds Chris Williams, right corner, now right wing to Ben Bobbitt. Ben Bobbitt swings over to Demare Brown. All the way around the perimeter to Von McCall. He puts up the tray ball from the left wing, finds the iron. Terry comes down with the rebound for USC Aiken. He'll push the floor. Ben Bobbitt on Terry. Terry looking for help. He finds the right wing Dean. Dean drives in, right elbow, pulls up, takes a shot. Beautiful effort there. It goes off the iron, and Chris Williams tries to come down with the rebound. Instead, it goes off of, it looks like Brock there. Looks like it will be Saints ball when we return. We'll take a break quick. 15:58 remaining in the first half. 8-7 Saints. Back to the Flagler Gymnasium. Faison Brock, number 2, number 24, Robert Hill, number 20, Emery Bolton III, number 23, Danielle Dean, number 0, Marcus Terry is out there for the Pacers. Ben Bobbitt, Jefferson Jean, Demare Brown, Phil Bruce, and Von McCall out there for the Saints. Ball is inbounded. Terry's got it, top of the circle now. Number 20, layup with the right hand is no good. That is Bolton III. Ball's loose around the court, and Dean comes up with it for the Pacers. Top of the key. He's looking for help. A couple of players circling under the basket for the Pacers. Terry between the circles gives it up to Bolton III. Left wing now, Dean. Dean works his way around the pick. Right elbow, now right side of the key. Pulls up. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Ball comes down to Von McCall hand for the Saints. He'll bring it up. Off his foot, right side of the key. Terry takes it over. Odd man rush here for the Pacers. They pull up. They slow it down. Now it's into the paint for Hill. Hill can't control. Goes off his hands, and it will be Flagerson's basketball. Incoming for the Pacers, number 1, Austin Grimes, guard, senior out of Cincinnati, Ohio. And number 12, Unan Milenkovic out of Ivanhika, Serbia. So Serbian comes in. He's a sophomore, 6'6". Brown brings it up for the Saints. Pulls up, three-point attempt from the top of the key, rims in and out, and down with the rebound comes Brock. He'll push the floor, give it up to Dean. Dean all the way in, now dishes it out. Number 12, three-point attempt is good from Milenkovic. Here come the Saints, 10-8. Pacers with the lead. Ben Bobbitt comes in, pulls out to the left wing. Now let's swing it around to Demerit Brown. Now the corner for Jefferson Jean. Over to the wing, Brown drives to the hoop, right hand, layup in. We're all knotted up at 10. A little fast-paced action here in the last minute or so. Down the other end, the ball gets shifted to the left wing to Terry. Terry pulls up, pulls it back down, now drives to the paint, pulls up, two-point attempt, good. 12-10 USC Aiken Pacers, 14-20 remaining in the first half. And Bobbitt over to Brown. Brown right wing now to Von McCall. McCall, Jefferson Jean, left wing. Gives the Brown right back to Jean. Jean drives the lane, puts it up, right hand, good. Jean with a nice drive to the hoop. 14 minutes remaining, notched at 12. Dean with the ball left wing, gives it up to number 1, Grimes. The native of Cincinnati, Ohio. Over to Milenkovic, right wing, now under the post. The shot is put up underneath, over, yeah, it's Phil Bruce, but the shot goes up by Faison Brock. Demerit Brown now for the Saints. Jefferson Jean, right wing. He's got Terry on him. Looks to pick up a Phil Bruce pick, goes the other way, puts it off the board, and no good, but looks like he'll pick up a foul. Yep, it will be against Terry with a seam. Yep, number 0, that's Terry, a blocking foul. That will be his first of the game, and it's going to send Jefferson Jean to the line for a pair. They try to tie the game at 14. 14-12 right now, Pacers. 13:29 remaining in the first half. If you're just joining us, the women beat the Saints women's team beat the Pacers women's team in the first game. They improved to 6-1 in conference play. Very good start for the Flagler Saints women's team. Alex Alford picked up her 369th career assist, so she became the Flagler women's program all-time leader for assists. Amazing career for that young lady, and it will continue at about halfway through the season, maybe not even halfway through. The second free throw is missed, so here come the Pacers down the other way. It's Kyle Tackaberry into the game now. He's got the ball between the circles, picks up a pick, now goes the other way. Now back to right, back to the left. He's in the paint, slips a little bit, and he's going to be traveling. Kyle Tackaberry, 6'2" guard, a sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina. Ben Bobbitt will bring it up for the Saints. He is picked up by Milenkovic. Ben Bobbitt will give and go. He's got it back underneath the hoop, gives up to Phil Bruce. Phil Bruce from about 5 feet out, puts up the jumper, and it's good. 15-14 Saints with the lead. Here comes Grimes. Grimes, 6'4". He's a big presence out there. Right wing, the shot's up by Grimes, and he puts it in. The three-pointers, 17-15. Here comes Jefferson Jean down the other way. He's got Tackaberry on him. The foul looks like it will be on Tackaberry. And that's going to be his first of the game, guarding Jefferson Jean. We're going to have officials come over and talk to Jean and Tackaberry. They're giving each other the business a little bit. Of course, a very competitive game early on between these two sides. 17-15 Pacers to lead, 12:38 remaining in the first half. Ben Bobbitt inbounds the ball. Cortland Davis, number 11 in the game. He takes it, gives it back to Bobbitt. Bobbitt left wing, head fake, drives to the left side of the key, falls to the ground, and looks like we're going to have the offensive foul. Or that might have just been a turnover. That might have just been a walk. It was what it's going to be. So regardless, the Pacers will get the ball. Cortland Davis, the native of Birmingham, Alabama, in the game for the Saints. Pacers with the ball. Grimes drives it in, puts it up, off the board, and in. 19-15, Pacers with the lead. Here comes Bobbitt the other way. Pacers are going to have some changes coming up. They got 3 guys just checking in at the scorer's table. The ball McCall looks to come in for the Saints. Turnover. Down the other way is Grimes. Grimes puts it up, and Grimes puts it in. So a little run here by the Pacers, 21-15. They have the lead. Ben Bobbitt in the offense for the Saints trying to stop the bleeding a little bit, see if they can get a basket here on their offensive set. Jefferson Jean between circles, now he's in the right wing. He has Daniel Dean working on him. Turnover, Grimes to the ball. He's got Cortland Davis working on him. He puts up the jumper with the hook with the right hand. It goes in. 23-15, Pacer lead. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. And when we come back, we're going to have some changes for both teams. Ben, when we do come back, Pacers will take the floor with an 8-point advantage. We return to the Flagler Gymnasium where the USC Aiken Pacers are up 23-15 on the Flagler Saints, 11:44 remaining in the first half. Bob McCall in the game for the Saints. Robert Hill back out there for the Pacers. Cortland Davis working on Bolton III. The ball will get swung around to Jefferson Jean, the left wing. Pick set by Chris Williams. Jefferson works around it, right side of the key, dishes it out. Demerit Brown from the right corner puts up the 3-point attempt, no good. Back in Demerit's hand. That his shot gets blocked. He gets it back off his hands and out of bounds. It's going to go to USC Aiken. So a lot going on under the basket here, and it will result in USC Aiken's ball. Grimes gets it in to number 11, Paris Ballinger, who's in the game, a guard, 6'0", out of Alton, Illinois. A Midwest guy. Here we go, oh, beautiful dish by number 20, Henry Bolton III, underneath the basket, and it results in a layup, 25-15. That was just a beautiful piece of basketball right there. Here comes Cortland Davis driving the hoop. His layup with the left hand is good, and that's some power right there from Cortland Davis, bringing it in from the three-point arc on the right side, all the way in the paint, just puts it in with his left hand. Beautiful basketball from that young man. Here's on the other side, the Pacers with the ball, number 30, left wing, Kyle Tackberry. So with a Ballinger over the number 20, it's Henry Bolton III. Ball's the right wing now. Grimes with the ball, picks up a pick. Shot clock winding down, 2 shots up, and it's good. Grimes staring down the shot clock, drops in the deuce, and it's 27-17. Pacers with the lead. Demerit Brown working on Grimes, drives in. We have a foul whistle, and probably going to be a foul on the play. Yes, number 1, Grimes will pick it up. That's his first of the game. Number 0, Marcus Terry checking back into the game for the Pacers. He'll come in for number 30, Kyle Tackberry. Saints getting set up offensively. Von McCall to inbound the ball. And it goes Chris Williams, left wing. Back to McCall. Had a tough time handling it, but picks it up. Working on number 11, that's Paris Ballinger. Little fadeaway jumper. Doesn't fall, but he does pick up the foul, and that will give him 2 shots at the charity stripe. Number 11, that's his first foul of the game. Nice crowd here at the Flagler Gymnasium for the men's game. The ones who were here witnessed another great performance by the women's team. I mean, they've added so much depth for this season, and Erica Lane Montgomery has done a phenomenal job coaching that team up. We obviously have a new assistant coach in Special Jennings, who the team just absolutely loves her, and Joe Harding, who's been here for many years. is part of the women's basketball staff. Have just done a great job, and transfer they brought in and freshmen have all bonded together very, very quickly. And it's showing. 6-1 in conference play. Back to the men's game. 27-18. Pacers with the lead. 10 minutes left to go in the first half. It's Terry giving the ball up to Bolton III, who drives in, puts it off the glass, and then 29-18. Bob McCall with Ballinger working on him. Hands it off to Cortland Davis. Davis over to Sam Gunther. Demare Brown left wing now with the ball. Drives in, working on the double team, puts it up, and then we're going to have a walk. Ball going to USC Aiken Pacers. Sam Genther in the game. He was last month's December Sizzlin' Saint Award winner. He's done a phenomenal job off the bench for Chad Warner, and it's resulted in more playing time for him. Sam Genther, he is a freshman guard forward from right here in St. Augustine, Florida, so he's a local guy. Now USC Aiken. That attempt by Hill is blocked, but there was a lot of contact there, so it will be a foul. Great defensive effort, but it results in Chris Williams' first foul. So that will send Hill to the free throw line for a pair. 29-18, Pacers with the lead. The Pacers are 6-4 in the season, 3-3 in conference play. Flagler Saints coming in at 4-6 and 1-5 in conference play. They would love to pick up their second one here at home and try to build some momentum as the season continues. The first free throw attempt rims out. Checking into the game for the Pacers is number 2, Faison Brock. He was a starter. Coming out of the game is Austin Grimes. And Hill to the stripe for a second free throw attempt. Bounces off the back of the arm, but finds its way in. 30-18, they've opened up a 12-point lead. Here comes Bob McCall on the right side. Working hard against Ballinger. Layup in, left hand, it drops. 10-point game. Ballinger with the ball, left wing. Genther on him. Terry with the ball now on the left wing. Over to Hill. Hill skips past Ballinger, right wing. Head fake, drives in the paint, dishes over to Hill. Hill goes for the dunk. It doesn't go his way. However, the offensive rebound is picked up by Brock, who puts in the second chance opportunity. McCall between the circles, over to Genther. Genther, right elbow, now about foot in front of the right elbow, puts it up and in with his right hand. Here comes USC Aiken down the other way. It's Ballinger, running point. Between the circles now it swings over to Terry on the left wing. He fakes a three, now he pulls up and takes a three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound by Brock. He tries to throw it off. Looks like Cortland Davis. What are we gonna have here? Going to remain USC Aiken ball. Brock with it. Terry drives into the paint now. Hard driving the paint. Pulls up. Right-handed, underhanded layup. No good. Here comes Cortland Davis the other way. Davis over to McCall. McCall top of the key. Pulls up at the free throw line. Shot no good. Defensive rebound goes to Terry. Terry driving to the left side of the court. Left elbow, pulls up, goes up, drives more towards the basket. Can't get his layup to go. Here comes Cortland Davis the other way. Fast transition in the left corner. Now he takes a few steps in as Austin Howard puts up the deuce, no good. And on the floor now is Genther, and that's the kind of play that Chad Warner has absolutely loved out of him. The ball goes to USC Aiken Pacers, but Sam Genther's just done a tremendous job giving it all, giving it 100% for, if you want to throw a cliche out there. Regardless, USC Aiken with the ball and a 10-point lead. And the layup with the right-handed layup, taking it in hard as Danielle Dean, and he picks up the basket, 34-22. Pacers with the lead. Paul McCall. Couple crossovers. At the right elbow, dishes out to Genther. Genther, right wing, brings it in the right elbow, and we're going to have a charge. An offensive charge on Sam. Number 1, Austin Grimes checking into the game for USC Aiken. Looks like Demare Brown's about ready to come in for the Saints. However, we'll have a break real quick. So when we come back, 34-22, Pacers will have the edge with 7:11 remaining in the first half. Returning to the Flagler Gymnasium, Vaughn McCall leading all scorers right now on the floor for the Saints. He's got 6 on the night. And number 2, Faison Brock with 7 for the Pacers. The Pacers will have the ball. They'll be inbounding. 7:11 remaining in the first half, 34-22. USC Aiken with the lead. Danielle Dean will bring up the floor. Ballinger with the ball now. Over to Dean. Dean, right elbow, drives in, right side of the key, pulls up, spins around, throws it up, no good, off the iron, and here come the Saints down the other way. Demare Brown from the right wing. Now drives in the right side of the key, pulls it back, looking for help. There's Austin Howard, top of the key. He'll pull up 3-point attempt. It's off the front and the glass, and it's pulled down by number 2, Faison Brock for the Pacers. Pacers driving. Tackberry back in the game for the Pacers. Number 2, left side of the key, Brock with it. Dishes it out. Instead, it'll be Demare Brown intercepting the pass. He comes down the other way, left wing. Vaughn McCall drives baseline, reverse play, a pretty play by Vaughn McCall. That's 8 points for him today. He's off to a very hot start. Pacers down the other way, ball almost gets knocked away by Austin Howard. Instead, Grimes holds on to it. It's now Ballinger with the ball right wing. He goes over to number 23, Danielle Dean, between the circles. Drives in the right side of the key. Baseline now, dishes out to the left wing. Grimes, left elbow, dishes out to Tackberry. Tackberry along the left wing travels with it, so the turnover goes to the Saints. Marcus Terry coming back into the game for the Pacers. He's taken out Tackberry, and now number 20, Henry Bolton III coming back in. He'll take out Paris Ballinger. Meanwhile, Jefferson Jean enters for the Saints. Gordon Davis is coming off, but he'll stay on. 34-24, 10-point game. Saints have been able to hover around that 10-point margin. Let's see if they can start chipping away before the half comes to a close and maybe get a good run in at the onset of the second half. Jefferson Jean, left side. Austin Howard between the circles will drive in, left elbow, back out to Demare Brown. He's got some space, drives in on Grimes. Now it's just out the right wing to Jean. Jean between the legs, loses the ball, gets it back. Cross-court pass. Austin Howard has to leave his feet, comes down with it. Now into Chris Williams underneath. Chris Williams tries to put it up, and it gets blocked, but it looks like he's going to pick up a foul on the play. Yep, number 20, USC Aiken will come away with the foul. Henry Bolton III, the guard. That's going to be his second of the game. A couple of free throw attempts coming up here for Williams. Williams is one of the most charismatic player on the Saints team. He came over as a transfer. He's from Sebastopol, Mississippi. Copia Lincoln Community College he came from, and well, he's been not just a pleasure to have in the court, but he's been a pleasure to have in the community, in the classroom. He does a lot of great things. He's always willing to talk to you, talk to somebody, and he's been just a phenomenal student-athlete in every sense of the word, the student part and the athlete part. And he's at the free throw line to try to pull the Saints a little closer. And that free throw gets in. From both, it's an 8-point game. Terry with the ball, had it left wing, goes between circles, now hands it off to Dean. Dean drives in a little bit at the free throw line, tries to go underneath to Hill. Ball gets kicked away, and it was kicked away by the Pacers, so it will be Saints basketball. Great crowd on hand for this one. Anastasia Fitness night here. Anastasia Fitness, of course, a gym on Anastasia Island. They've had to deal with a couple of hurricanes the last couple of years, but they've been bounced back as strong as ever, and they're here to sponsor tonight's game. Glad to have them here in attendance. Here comes Cortland Davis, left baseline, dishes it out to Demeritt. Demeritt will drive the hoop, left-handed layup, no good. Chris Williams taps it all the way back out. Now he'll get it back, and he tries to go for the dunk, gets rejected by the rim. Ball lands up in Cortland Davis' hand. They're going to say he, double dribbled with it, so it's going to be a turnover. But that was an exciting bit of basketball. And that's one thing Chris Williams has been known for since coming over here, his ability to get above the rim and throw it down. Done that quite a bit this year and last year. Came up short in that one, so it will be USC Aiken's basketball. Danielle Dean brings it up for the Pacers. It goes over to Ballinger. Ballinger left wing, looking for some help. There goes Terry. Terry with the ball now. Between the circles, he'll hand it off to Ballinger. Ballinger pulls up from the top of the key. His three-point attempt falls short. Cortland Davis has it. He'll give it up to Demeritt Brown. Demeritt Brown coming in hot through the paint. Left-handed layup, it's good. And the Saints continue to chip away here. A 6-point game is exactly what you want to see here in the final 5 minutes of play, at least in the first half. And the right-handed layup by Danielle Dean falls in. That was a beautiful play. A strong play. He drives the hoop, falling away from the basket with the right hand, and is able to find it. Vaughn McCall with the ball. Now Cortland Davis, right wing. He's got Ballinger working on him. They're asking for a travel. USC Aiken is. They're not going to get it. From the left elbow extended is Demeritt Brown, and he drops it in. Nothing but net. 36-30. Saints trying their best to hang around there, and they're doing a nice job of it. Terry down the other way. Left side of the key, dishes out to Ballinger. Left wing, pulls up, three-point attempt. It's good. Ballinger drops the three ball in, 39-30. Pacers with the lead. Timeout on the floor. Media timeout on the floor. So when we return, Pacers will be up 39-30, and we'll have 3:34 remaining. Back at the Flagler Gymnasium. Vaughn McCall and Demeritt Brown each has 8 points so far in this game, so they're leading the way scoring from the Saints. Austin Grimes with 11 points for the Pacers, and Faison Brock with 7. He's got 4 rebounds as well, so he leads the Pacers in rebounds. Chris Williams got 3 for the Saints. We're back. Vaughn McCall has the ball. He brings it up. Ballinger working on him. Now a double team coming in with the help of Terry. Cross-court pass to Demeritt Brown. 3-point attempt for the left wing. It's no good. Ballinger comes away with a rebound. He's got Jefferson Jean on his back. He pulls away from him. The pass gets taken away from Cortland Davis. Coming down, counterattack. Davis looking over to Demeritt. Demeritt left-handed layup. Good. Beautiful transition play there from the Saints. 39-32. 3:03 remaining in the first half. Grimes the other way, gives up to Terry. Terry left side, left corner along the baseline to Hill. Hill to Ballinger. Ballinger left wing. Ballinger free throw line, dishes out to the right wing. That's Grimes. Grimes over to number 23. Danielle Dean. Danielle Dean calling out a play between the circles. Hill sets a pick on Demeritt Brown for him. Right key now dishes it out to Ballinger. Ballinger 3-point attempt is good, and he's pumped up after that one. It's back up to a 10-point game for the Pacers. Vaughn McCall, right wing. trying to make something happen here. Right baseline is Cortland Davis. Cortland Davis drives. Ball gets taken away from him. Turnover. Here come the Pacers. It's Ballinger. Chris Williams tries to come up from behind him. Nothing doing. Left wing, three-point attempt off the rim. And Jefferson Jean comes up with it. Counterattack. Here comes Cortland Davis. Davis goes up with it, and we're going to have an offensive foul. Charge on Cortland Davis. Ballinger did a nice job of getting his feet set outside the restricted area. And as a result, he gets himself a turnover. Number 2, Faison Brock about to check in for the Pacers. He will do that. And out comes number 1, Austin Grimes. Dean brings it up for the Pacers. There's Terry taking it between the circles now. He's got Demaric Brown on him. Back over to Dean. Dean drives in the left side of the lane, long baseline, tries to reverse it, nothing doing. Hill's got it now, puts it up, good. 44-32, Pacers with the lead. 3 points for Hill on the day. Jefferson Jean right wing. Delivers to Cortland Davis, left elbow, now over to Chris Williams. Chris Williams gives it back to Jean. Jean drives in, painted area, who dishes to Williams. Williams goes up with it and gets fouled. Number 24, that's Robert Hill, who just had a nice layup down at the other end. He gets tagged with a foul. That's his first. Robert Hill, 6'10" sophomore, the tallest player on the Pacers roster. The native of Lilburn, Georgia. Chris Williams' first free throw attempt is good. Only 1:34 remaining in the first half. It's 44-33 Pacers. Chris Williams' second free throw attempt will try to bring it back to within 10. And his second free throw attempt is no good. Robert Hill comes down with a rebound for the Pacers, and it will be Danielle Dean to push the floor. And calling out a play now. Chris Metzger looks like he's about to check in for the Saints. That will be his first minutes, I believe, of the game for him. Left wing now is Ballinger. Ballinger puts up a three-point attempt. It's no good. Chris Williams taps the rebound to Von McCall. Von McCall down the other way, gives to Jefferson. Jefferson left-handed layup. Smooth layup, but didn't get the drop. Here come the Pacers down the other way. Ballinger with the ball. Demaric Brown working on him. Saints wearing the white jerseys with red shoulders and red trim down the side, along with a little yellow down the side. Pacers with their navy blue jerseys and their maroon color down the side, the stripes, white numbers, red for the Saints. Layup taken in by Dean. Excuse me, yes, Dean, and it's no good, but he picked up the foul. Saints shorts look a little bit like the Chicago Bulls. They've got that red upside down kind of home plate looking shape on the side of their white shorts. Other than the yellow, they look like got the Chicago Bulls on them. So it will be Dean to the free throw line for a pair. His free throw is good. Number 30, Kyle Tackberry, coming back in for the Pacers. And number 14, Chris Metzger for his first moments of action for the Saints in this one. Metzger, forward, redshirt freshman. These are freshmen for the Saints from Plantation, Florida, went to St. Thomas Aquinas High School. A lot of Florida kids on this Saints roster, as you could imagine. 46-33, 42 seconds remaining in the first half. Demaric Brown gives it up to Jean. Jean, left side of the lane. Spin move into the lane. Shot goes up. Nothing doing but a foul on the play. Stops the clock with 36.6 seconds left. 13-point Pacers lead. And the foul goes up against Faison Brock, so that's his first foul of the game. Nobody really in foul trouble for Pacers out there. As far as flags are concerned, Cortland Davis has 2. So not crazy foul trouble for him yet. Timeout, Pacers. When we come back, Marcus Terry will enter the game for Kyle Tackberry for the final 36.6 seconds of the first half. And we'll be right back. Pacers up by 13. Quick break before we about to head into halftime. 36.6 seconds remaining. Jefferson Jean at the charity stripe for a pair. He'll have one more free throw remaining. Again, Marcus Terry checked in for Kyle Tackberry. Jean's second free throw attempt is up, and it's no good off the iron, and Robert Hill comes down with it. Almost steps out of bounds, but not quite, so the Pacers will have possession, and they'll try to get this thing down to as far as they can. 20 seconds left in the shot clock, 26 left in the game clock, so about 6 seconds separation there. Ball, right elbow. It's Terry coming in, gives up to Hill. Hill, two-handed dunk. Beautiful eyesight there from Terry. He found Hill coming in on the left baseline, gives it up to Hill, and Hill just throws it down with two hands. With authority there. Now Saints the other way, a foul called as Cortland Davis, it was Demara Brown driving to the hoop, and he'll get two shots. Demara Brown, like Blake, the assistant coach for the Saints, played at Shorter University and the transfer student. So the new Flagler Saint this year makes the first free throw. Second free throw is up and good. So 3 seconds left. Dean with the ball, driving all the way down the court, right-handed up, and it's good. How do you like that? Dean did not mess around. That's a great way if you're USC Aiken to go in the locker room. Drives it all the way down the length of the court in about 3-second span. Goes up with the right hand and finds the basket. So we head to the locker room with a 50-35 score. Pacers up on the Saints when we return for the second half of action. just about 22 seconds removed from the second half getting underway. USC Aiken has already taken the floor. Number 24, Robert Hill's out there with number 20, Henry Bolton III. Number 2, Faison Brock. Number 0, Marcus Terry. And at the moment, tying his shoe. And he's got a dicey situation there. As soon as he stands up, we'll get his number. That looks like a pretty secure knot. Number 23, Danielle Dean is your final second half starter for the Pacers. Cortland Davis, Jefferson Jean, Demerit Brown, Chris Williams, and on the other side, on the left side, trying to warm up his hands a little bit, is number 2, Von McCall. Von McCall was Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Year once upon a time. He's a junior now, been a tremendous asset to the Saints team. Jefferson Jean between the circles over the Cortland Davis. Davis finds McCall in the corner, or the left wing, excuse me. Corner, trying to go for the alley-oop to Davis. Ball gets knocked away. Pacers come away with it. That's Marcus Terry bringing it up for the Pacers. Over to number 23, Dean. Dean between the legs. Dishes out to the left wing to Dean. Or Bolton the third. Bolton the third gives it to Dean from the left corner. His three-point attempt is no good. McCall comes down with it the other way. Gives it to Jefferson Jean. Jean drives baseline. His layup is no good. His second layup attempt is blocked away from Hill. And Terry will bring up the floor for the Pacers. It is 50-35, Pacers with the lead. Just underway here in the second half. Oh, good spin move there by Bolton the third. Now between the circles is Marcus Terry. He gives it up to number 2, Faison Brock. Faison Brock in the paint, spin move. His shot's blocked by Cortland Davis. Saints come the other way. It's Demerit Brown bringing it up the court, and there's going to be a foul. Looks like it might be on number 2, Brock. It will be. It'll be the second foul of the game. Demerit Brown with the ball. Over to Davis. Davis swings it over to McCall, but gets it back from the free throw line now. Tries to go underneath with Williams. The ball gets knocked away. Williams comes up, back up with it. Now it's back to Cortland Davis on the left side of the court. Goes over to McCall between the circles. He's got Dean working on him. Dean gets picked by Williams. McCall goes around the pick, puts the shot up, no good. Cortland Davis comes down with the rebound. It's back with McCall between the circles. He'll try to set up a play. Jefferson Jean right side, swings it over to Davis. Davis, right wing, brings Demerit Brown closer to him on the left wing. Brown gives it back to Davis. Davis pulls up in the free throw line. His shot's off to the right, no good. And Dean comes down with a rebound. Other way, number 2, Brock, dribble drives, kicks it out. Bolton the third tries to find somebody. He doesn't. Hill goes back underneath to Brock. Brock puts it up and good. 52-35, Pacers with the lead. Here come the Saints the other way. Dribbles to the right. And we're going to have a foul in the play. Brown took it to the right elbow, gave it up to Cortland Davis. Davis went up for the layup. No good on the layup, but he does pick up the foul. That will be number 24, Robert Hill, his second of the game. And Cortland Davis has the strike. First free throw attempt. Off at the back of the rim. Second free throw attempt is up. That one does not fall either. Hill comes down with a rebound. Here come the Pacers. Terry comes down with it. Right wing. He's got Demerit Brown working on him. Drives in, pulls it out. Now he really pulls it out. Somewhere near center court. Dishes it off to Dean. Dean goes right. Hands it off. It's handed off again to Bolton the third. Bolton the third hands it off to Dean. A lot of ball moment here for the Pacers. In the Hill. Hill in the paint. Goes up with it. Right hand. It's good. Saints coming down the other way. Demerit Brown. They trail by 19 in this one. They came back a little bit in the second half, but Pacers are pulling away. Left-handed layup. No good. Second chance opportunity by Chris Williams. They will draw the foul. First attempt there was from Demerit Brown. 24, Robert Hill, the center out of Lilburn, Georgia, will pick up the foul, and that's his third. 17-17 remaining in the game. Austin Grimes, number 1, about to check in for USC Aiken after this free throw attempt. It's good, and here he comes. So number 1, Austin Grimes checking in for number 24, Robert Hill. Clock starts up again, and here come the Pacers. It's a 54-38 USC Aiken lead. Grimes got it, going to the Bolton third, over to Terry. Terry hands it off to Dean. Dean drives into the painted area. Little swoop play, layup is in. Left-handed layup. McCall along the baseline has some pressure from Dean. Dean still pressuring. McCall trying to get over the center court line. He will. Hands it off to Jefferson. Jefferson across court to Cortland Davis. Davis has the ball again, drives into the lane, puts it up. It's good, but it's get waved off, and we're going to have an offensive foul. A charge on the play on Cortland Davis. That's going to be his 3rd of the game. Dean brings the ball up for the Pacers. He's between the circles. He's got Von McCall working on him. Goes underneath in a beautiful play from the Pacers. Henry Bolton III finishes it off. Now on the other end, Jefferson Jean looks for somebody. He finds Austin Howard in the right corner, dishes it, and they swing it all the way back to Jean on the left corner. He'll drive in along baseline, puts it up, and no good. What a foul in the play. And going back to that last play, just a beautiful, beautiful find underneath the basket. A one bounce skip pass, and come away with 2 points and improve their lead to 20. We're going to have a wholesale change here for the Saints coming up. It looks like Sam Genther and Chris Metzger. Ben Bobbitt, number 3, will get into the game. First free throw by Jean is made. And number 13, Arnis Dotardis, a guard forward from Lithuania. The Lithuanian guard comes in for the first time today. 6'6", 203 pounds. He hasn't checked in yet. He's got to wait for the second free throw. That one bounces around a little bit in the rim, but finds its way in. And here comes Dotardis. It'll be Dean bringing it up for the Pacers. He'll find Grimes. Grimes brings it in the top of the key, dishes out to the right corner. It's Bolton the third. Now Bolton works his way to the right wing. Finds the left elbow, which is Grimes. Grimes mishandles it, but comes up with it. Over the right corner. He's double teamed by Genther and Dotardis. Kicks it out again. Now to the left corner. Dean puts up the 3-point attempt and drains it. Absolutely drains it. Nothing but that great ball movement by this Pacers team. Here comes Genther trying to bring it across. He'll give it away to Ben Bobbitt. And Bobbitt between the circles finds Genther over to Dotardis. Dotardis left wing. He'll kick it out, right wing to Austin Howard. Austin finds Genther, goes back to Howard. Howard, left side of the key, left hand up and good. Now Pacers pushing the floor. Half-court pass is knocked away, but it comes back to Dean. Dean picks it up, throws it off the top of the key to Grimes. Grimes dribbles in, loses it. It's Metzger who comes up with it inside the lane. Dishes it to Ben Bobbitt all the way down the court, right to the left hand, back to the right, puts it up, no good. Second chance opportunity by Metzger finds its way in. 61-44 now, 14:54 remaining in the game. Grimes, right side of the court. Goes underneath three-point arc. It dishes back out to Bolton III. His 3-point attempt is no good. Offensive rebound attempt by Faison Brock, no good. Ben Bobbitt comes up with it. Dotardis now pushing the floor. Right wing to Austin Howard. Goes by his man, puts up the layup attempt. No good, but a foul on the play. And that's number 23. That's his first of the game. Number 11, Paris Ballinger will re-enter the game. When we return, we're going to take a break. 61-44, Pacers with the lead. Just about back to game action at the Flagler Gymnasium. Demara Brown leads All Saints scorer with 12 points. Austin Grimes has 11 for the Pacers, but he's led by Daniel Dean, who has 13. 5 rebounds for Chris Williams, and another 5 for Cortland Davis. 6 rebounds for Robert Hill of the Pacers. He also has 7 points, and a game-high 2 blocks. First free throw attempt by Austin Howard is good. Second free throw attempt is also good. 61-46 is the score. Pacers bringing it down the floor. Grimes to the ball. He has Genther on him. Goes to his right. Tries to find Dean. A little too much on it, though. Saints basketball. And Bobbitt will bring it up. Gives to Genther. Good attempt by Grimes to pick that one up, but can't do it. Now driving baseline is Dotardis. He dishes to Genther. Now it's over the left wing to Bobbitt. Bobbitt goes in down low to Metzger. Metzger kicks it out. Dotardis three-point attempt for the right wing. No good. Grimes with the rebound. He'll push the floor. Over to Bellinger on the right wing. Back over to Grimes. Or that's Terry, excuse me. Bellinger with the ball now between circles. They swing it all the way over to Dean. Dean over to Grimes. That ball is skipped away. Metzger has it over to Genther. Genther behind the back. Puts it up with the right hand. No good. Gets his own rebound. And putback is good. 61-48. Pacers with the lead. Again, Sam Genther getting a chance to play here. He's just been a tremendous asset to this team all year long. Great attitude. And it shows with him being named Applebee's Sizzling Saint during the month of December. Timeout on the floor, 61-48. The Saints have brought it back to within 13. 13-38 remains when we come back. Back to game action here. Ball gets knocked away by Genter, but he's going to call with the poking foul, reaching foul. That will be his second of the game. Ball inbounded. Number 2 facing Brock in the game for the Pacers. He's got the ball. Gives up to his left. Henry Bolton III. Back over to Brock. Brock back over to Bolton III. With the Brock right wing now. Ballinger. It's Brock down low now underneath the basket. Puts it up for an easy 2. Ben Bobby going the other way. Finds Howard. Howard finds Genter. Austin Howard, 3-point attempt from the top of the key, is going to trickle in, hits the front of the rim and falls in. 12-point game. Saints hanging around. See if they can make a move here. 13 minutes remaining in the game. Brock with the ball, gives up to Ballinger. Ballinger looking for help. There's Terry to his left. He'll give it to Terry. Terry pump fakes, drives in, dishes it out. It'll be Bolton III with the ball. He was driving on Genter. Now dishes it out to Brock. Brock drives in on the baseline, brings it back out. Right wing, 3-point attempt by Bolton III, and he drains it. Here comes Ben Bobby off the court. He is hands up to Dotardis. Dotardis driving in, puts it up, off the glass, no good. Here comes USC Aiken down the other way. It's Brock. Brock pulls up on Howard, gives it up to Bolton III. Bolton III drives in. Got Dotardis on his right and Genter on his left. Instead, gives up to the corner. That was Brock with 3-point attempt, no good. Ball bounced around a little bit. USC Aiken comes up with it, and it's Bellinger on the left with it. Now between the circles with Bolton III. Bellinger, 3-point attempt from the left wing, no good, off the back of the iron. Metzger, one hand on it, can't come up with it. Instead, it's USC Aiken with another opportunity. Genter comes out to play Ballinger. Ballinger goes to the right wing to Bolton III. Double teamed. Now Dotardis backs off. Driving in the right wing, dishing it out. Brock driving in from the left elbow, puts it in. 68-51, it's a 17-point game. USC Aiken on top. Genter drives into the left elbow. Now drives in underneath the paint. Underneath the basket, left-handed layup goes in. Nice move there by Genter. Genter has 6 points in this game. Ball in the right corner to Terry. Terry's 3-point attempt is no good. Ball bounces around a little bit. Brock comes up with it, throws it off Metzger, and it will stay USC Aiken basketball. Heads-up play by Brock, knowing where he was on the court and knowing where his defender was on the court. And we'll have a timeout. When we come back, it'll be 11:04 remaining in the game. 68-53, Pacers with the lead. Back to the Flagler Gymnasium. We had a fun promotion during halftime thanks to Anastasia Fitness right across the Bridge Alliance here in St. Augustine. They're a great partner of ours, and they did a musical chairs event, and you see musical chairs all the time during halftime promotions at many schools or wherever else you may find the basketball game. However, with this one, each individual contestant had a basketball. And once the music stopped, they had to make a free throw. They had to run all the way, make a free throw, and run back to center court where the musical chairs were set up to sit down. And it was a blast to have. So thank you, Anastasia Fitness, for being such a great sponsor and for coming out to the game tonight. Meanwhile, USC Aiken has the ball with a 68-53 lead. Driving the hoop is Dean. Dean left-hander goes in. 10:50 remaining in the game. Mara Brown will bring the ball up. Over to Von McCall. McCall swings it over to Jefferson Jean. Back to McCall. McCall working on Dean. Dean sticking close to him. Now it goes back to Jefferson. Jefferson over the Demerit. Almost drops him instead. Gets it back to Jefferson. Jefferson left key to Chris Williams. Williams having some problems, but is able to dish it back out. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Demerit Brown with the ball. Left, right. Drives the key over to Chris Williams. Williams puts it up on the left side of the court. No good. And Hill comes down with the rebound. Here come USC Aiken Pacers down the other way. It's Dean. Dean working on McCall. He puts up a left-handed jumper. No good. Chris Williams does a somersault. Winds up with the ball. And it looks like we may have, well, we have a stoppage of play. We have a whistle. And it will be, yes, it will be a foul. And it's number 23 of USC Aiken. That's Daniel Dean. It's a foul on him, and that will be his second of the game. So Chris Williams, little acrobatic move there, and winds up with Saints ball. A little sweat off the floor at the moment. That's the reason for the delay. Not major, just making sure all the players are safe out there. Number 1, Austin Grimes checking in for number 2, Faison Brock for USC Aiken. And the Saints will bring up the ball. Austin Howard to Jefferson Jean. Jefferson Jean looks left, goes right, working on Grimes. Grimes sticking with him. Now ball is over to Demerit Brown on the right elbow. Drives over the left side of the key, goes underneath to Chris Williams. Ball gets knocked away and out of bounds. Here comes some movement. McCall looking to inbound the ball. He does. Chris Williams wide open the left wing. Gives it back to the corner to McCall. McCall moves to the right. Drives in on the paint. Puts up the right hand. No good. Chris Williams tries for the rebound. Ends up with it. McCall now on the right wing with a chance for a three-point attempt and drains it. 70-56. Saints down by 14. Trying to get back in this one. There's still time left. Let's see if they can go on a run. Meanwhile, the Pacers on offense. It's Bolton the third with the ball. Left wing, Tackberry comes in the game. That's number 30, Kyle Tackberry. Right wing, Bolton the third, puts it in. And that's the kind of answer you want. As soon as you give up a three ball, just come back on the other side and put a three ball in of your own. Austin Howard will draw a foul as he drives in on Tackberry. It looks like Tackberry will pick up his second of the game. The Pacers right now, Austin Grimes on the floor with 11 points. Henry Bolton the third on the floor with 12 points, excuse me. He's number 20, he's got 12 points. Number 23, Daniel Dean with 15 points. So 3 players on the floor in double digits for the Pacers. They've been very productive on offense this evening. Rebound-wise, Robert Hill has 7, 2 offensive and 5 defensive. Faison Brock with 6, 2 offensive and 4 defensive. Bolton the third, spin move around the right side of the key, drops it in. Again, great production from this offense. And the turnover, Tackberry's got the ball. Gives it over to the left wing. That's Dean driving in, right-handed layup, good. Left side of the key, drives in, puts it up with the right hand, and opens up a 77-58 game, 19-point lead. USC Aiken's responded with every run that Flagler may have had tonight and just have done a great job of stifling whatever Flaggers come out their way with. I have a foul, number 24. That's going to be his 4th of the game. It's Robert Hill. Looks like he'll be taken out momentarily. Number 2, Faison Brock will probably check back in for him. A couple of Saints, Ben Bobbitt looks like he's ready to go in, and Orlando Davis down there by the scorer's table. Free throw attempt by Demerit Brown is good, and yes, we'll have a couple changes here. Brown's second free throw attempt is also good. Now Ben Bobbitt will enter the game. Dean will drive it up the floor for the Pacers. Ben Bobbitt sticking close to him near the center court line. Now the Pacers will drive it in. Ball moving around the perimeter of three-point arc. Bolton III's got it. It's knocked away by Ben Bobbitt, and they say last touch by Bolton III, so it will be Saints basketball. 8:23 remaining in the game. It's 17-point lead for the Pacers. Tackberry sticking close to Austin Howard. Ball ends up in Ben Bobbitt's hands. He drives in the right side of the court. Tight pass to Howard. Howard drives in the left side of the key. Dishes out to Bobbitt, top of the key. Bobbitt drives in. His left-handed layup is blocked away by Bolton III. It will be Saints ball. And as a matter of fact, we will have a foul by Faison Brock. Bolton III had the block, and that looked clean. But it will be Faison Brock who commits the foul and sending Ben Bobbitt to the line for a pair.
Number 2 is not even in the play, Antonio.
And Ben Bobbitt falls short in the first free throw attempt. He'll try to regroup and see if he can drop in the second one. Second one is in and out. It'll be Grimes coming with the rebound. He'll push the floor over to Dean. Dean drives the lane, got a couple players on him, tries to go up, and it gets blocked by Chris Williams. Couple technical fouls here on the Saints after the block. Sam Genther re-enters the game, as is Paris Ballinger. Looks like he's coming in for the Pacers. Sam has to take a seat momentarily, and Ben Bobbitt has to come back in for a technical foul shot. A little confusion on the court. See if we can figure it out. Great work by Evan Lowe over there trying to help the process out. He's a real MVP. We couldn't do it without him. So Jacoby over there, real MVP as well. A couple baseball players working the scorer's table, doing a phenomenal job. Couple moves there by Bolton III. It's over to Brock. Now Grimes in the paint puts it up, no good. Cortland Davis knocks it away. Let's see if Sam Genther can come up with this. Nope, Tackberry does for the Pacers. Ballinger now between the circles, drives it over more on the right side of the court now. Got Cortland Davis on him. Brings it in, right side of the key along the baseline. His jumper's good. Austin Howard now between the circles, over to Sam Genther, swings it around. Cortland Davis drives the paint, puts it up off the rim, no good. It's picked up by Brock. Here come the Pacers down the other way. Grimes with the ball. Cross-court pass to the right corner. Who is that? We've got block vision. That's Tackberry. Swings all the way around to the left wing. Now down low, Brock dishes it to Tackberry. Tackberry, nice job finding himself open in the paint for the deuce, for the layup. 21-point game here. Pacers with the lead. 6:50 remaining. Cross-court pass. Jefferson Jean, good ball movement. Right-handed hook, no good. Chris Williams underneath the basket with a putback. The Saints team is certainly not giving up. And he'll head to the free throw line to get he'll go for the old-fashioned three-point play. Checking in the game for USC Aiken is number 23, Danielle Dean, and coming out is number 20, Henry Bolton III. The Floridian, Henry Bolton III. Timeout on the floor. When we return, 6:40 remaining, 81-62 Saints. Going back to game action here. Faison Brock, 13 points. Henry Bolton III, 14 points. Daniel Dean, 17 points. Austin Grimes, 11 points. Good attack there from the Pacers. On the Flagler side, Austin Howard's got 12 points. Vaughn McCall with 11 points. And Demara Brown with 14 points. So they've done a nice job of spreading the wealth there. Score, though, is 81-62 Pacers. We come back. It'll be Chris Williams head to the free throw line. Williams with 8 points, looking to get to that double-digit mark. He's got 8 rebounds, so he's working toward a potential double-double here. 9 points now. Really, the only guy on the floor that's got a chance at a double-double is Chris Williams. The Sebastopol, Mississippi native. Tackberry with the ball on the right wing. Spins around Austin Howard, brings it in the paint. Right-handed layup, no good. Offensive rebound by Tackberry. His ball is swatted away. Here comes the Saints. Austin Howard with it. Looks over the right wing. Cortland Davis, three-point attempt. No good. Chris Davis swats it back to Chris Williams swats it back to Cortland Davis. Finds Sam Genther, and Genther finishes it off. 81-65 is your score. Dean with the ball between the circles. Austin Howard playing tightly on him. Ball goes over to Ballinger, and he'll draw the foul on the opposite number 11. He wears foul number 11 for the Pacers, number 11 for the Saints. Cortland Davis will pick up the foul. That's his fourth. Demara Brown entering the game for the Saints, and he'll take out Cortland Davis with his 4 fouls. Ballinger hands off to Tackberry. Tackberry over to Dean. Dean drives right side of the court. Met by Chris Williams. Ball's up, no good. And stoppage of play. And Chris Williams getting called for the foul. It's only his second of the game, which is nice. I like to have him in there for the final stretch here. First free throw by Dean is good. Saints lead to 82-65. He'll have another one coming up here. Checking in the game for the Pacers, number 20, Henry Bolton III. He'll take out number 1, Austin Grimes. Dean's ball's up, bounces in and out. Recovered by Jefferson Jean for the defensive rebound. Played tightly by Faison Brock, but the Saints are able to get it up the court. Left wing now to Jefferson Jean. Chris Williams calling for it underneath the basket. He's working on a player a little bit shorter than he is. Sam Genther on the left side gives it up, left elbow. Jefferson Jean, the jumper is good. Dean ball between the circles over to Tackberry. Tackberry now brings it back to within the circles over the left wing. A little wheel routes there. Left wing now Dean. Dean works around the pick. Gets met by Chris Williams. Still has the ball right wing. Crossover move into the paint. Right-handed hook shot, no good. Chris Williams comes down with the rebound. He's been all over the floor recently. We've called his name a lot. Demara Brown left wing. Works on the pick from Chris Williams. In the paint, underneath the basket, left-handed layup. No good. And it looks like we might have a traveling call. We will. Robert Hill checks in the game for USC Aiken Pacers. He'll take out Austin Grimes, number 1. All in now, Pacers 4:50 remaining in this one. Pacers have a very healthy lead, 82-67. Dean drives up the ball, hands it off to Henry Bolton III. He's waving his teammates around. Tackberry moves to the right corner. He goes over the left wing to Dean. Dean drives in, spins away. Demerit Brown on him. He goes between the circles to Brock. Brock over the right wing to Henry Bolton III. Works around the screen there. Not so much a screen, but Tackberry does a nice job of drawing the defender away from him. Ball goes out of bounds, and Saints will take over. Saints down by 15 with just under 4.5 remaining. Demerit Brown brings it up. Let's see if they can convert here. Driven into the paint by Davis. Davis puts it up off the rim. No good. Defensive rebound by Hill. USC Aiken will bring it up the floor. Now we'll slow it down, bring it back, and maybe work the clock a little bit with a 15-point advantage. Dean dribbles from the right side of the court to the left side of the court, about 7 or so feet in front of the center court mark. Colin Davis working on him. He goes over to Bolton III. Bolton III left wing. Shot clock winding down. Bolton III drives in. Layup no good, but he'll pick up the foul. It's going to be against number 11, Cortland Davis. That will be his 5th. And then a timeout on the floor, and we'll be back. Three minutes and 47 seconds remaining in this one. Pacers with the ball. Tackberry along the baseline. Finds Brock underneath, and that's exactly, that's not well executed. I don't know what is. Beautiful play there by the Pacers. Jefferson Jean along the right wing. Swings all the way over to McCall. McCall looking to make something happen here. Pump fakes. Gets a pick from Chris Williams. Works his way around the pick. Jefferson Jean on the right wing. Drives, gets it back from Williams. 3-point attempt for the right wing, a little long. Ballinger comes down with the rebound. Dean with the ball near center court. Near that Flagler Saints logo, just trying to get some time off the clock. Now he'll drive it in all the way himself, off the rim, no good. Picked up by Hill. Hill puts it back for the basket. Darnell Dean's definitely had a nice night running point for the Pacers. Darnell's got 18 today. Timeout on the floor, 2:46 remaining. The score is 86-67 Pacers. So Pacers have this one pretty well in hand right now. Let's see if the Saints have one more run in them. Under 3 minutes, see if they can chip away at this. Got some scorers out there right now. Demare Brown's got 14 points. Austin Howard's got 12, and Vaughn McCall's got 11 out there on the floor for the Saints. See if they can make one more push at this thing. They've made a couple runs, but what USC Aiken's done a nice job of is stopping those runs whenever it looks like the Saints are going to pull back into this. Austin Howard along the baseline. Fine, Jefferson Jean, who will bring it up court. He's being played tightly by Dean. McCall trying to orchestrate some offense now. Jefferson Jean with it, left wing to Demare Brown. Demare Brown gets it back, and we're going to have a moving pick on number 1, Chris Williams. So the moving pick will bring the ball over to USC Aiken. The Pacer side, that's his third. Nine points, 9 rebounds for Chris Williams. Demare Brown working on Dean. Dean taking his time, working that clock. Tackberry with the ball. Got Austin Howard on him. Over to Ballinger. Ballinger dishes it to Dean. Dean works around the pick set by Hill. Top of the key, fakes a 3, gives it over to Brock. Brock underneath, over the Hill. Hill underneath, right-handed layup, no good, but a foul. Looks like it will appear to be the 4th on number 1. It will be. That'll be his 4th. He's going to stay in the game with 2:04 remaining. 2 shots at the charity stripe for Hill. First free throw attempt is good. That's a 20-point advantage now for Pacers, 87-67. Second free throw attempt, no good, too long. Tackberry comes on with the offensive rebound. He's triple teamed. And it looks like he'll draw the foul. Or rather, it might be a jump ball call there. And it looks like it is. It will remain in USC Aiken's possession. Tackberry finds Ballinger. And he'll let the clock wind down. 23 left on the shot clock. 1:56 remaining in the game. Demare Brown giving him about 7 or so feet. Now Ballinger drives all the way in. Left-hander, no good. Chris Williams trying to come up with it. No, it'll be Hill. Ball's around the floor. Tackberry comes back up with it. Tackberry's in the round a lot recently. Hands it off to Dean. 1:26 remaining in the game. Dean taking it leisurely, letting the shot clock wind down. Gets a pick from Hill. Met by Chris Williams. Now will drive in, right side of the key, dishes it out. Ballinger mishandles it, gets it back. Long 3-point attempt at the buzzer. The shot clock buzzer, that is. It will be a shot clock violation as it doesn't hit rim. 1:03 remaining. Saints will have to take it out from the sideline. Top of the key is Demare Brown. He drives in on Ballinger, loses it. Tackberry comes up with it. Tackberry's been all over the place recently for the Pacers. Comes up with it and looks like it'll be a jump ball situation. Into the game is number 33, Ryan Misseldine out of Sumter, South Carolina. He'll get his first action. And also in is number 12, Nenad Milenkovic, coming back in for the second time today. And number 14, Darius Bell, freshman forward, 6'8", from Cortland, Virginia, will come in. So a couple of Pacers getting a chance to come back in. A couple freshmen trying to get back in. And Milenkovic, a sophomore from Serbia. Demare Brown, right corner, drives in the free throw line area. Now in underneath the basket. His shot's blocked. It's a block by Ryan Misseldine, 6'9" freshman. 42 seconds remaining in this one. Dean at center court. Going to dribble this one out. It's 15 seconds left on the shot clock. 33 left on the game clock. Dean will drive in. His pass thrown away. Jefferson Jean comes up with it. He's going to try and make a push here. Drives in. Right-handed layup, no good, but he picks up the foul. Number 30 by the Pacers. That's Kyle Tackberry getting called for the foul. Charlotte, North Carolina. Harris Ballinger and Donnell Dean looking to come back into this one before the final buzzer goes off. First throw attempt's good. Oh, nope, Donnell Dean will not. He'll head back to the bench, but Ballinger will enter. I'm mistake, that might have been Ballinger entering the game for Donnell. Ballinger will dribble this one out. Shot clock is off. Game clock down to 5 seconds. And the two head coaches will meet for a handshake. And USC Aiken comes into Flagler Gymnasium and pulls off a very impressive victory. Great production from many members of their team. It's been a good night for them. They come in, they get the win. The women, the Flagler women, take their first part of this doubleheader. They beat the USC Aiken Pacers women's team by a good, healthy margin as they improved to 6-1 in conference play. And head coach Erica Lang Montgomery, Special Jennings, and Joe Harding really have that team playing phenomenal basketball in conference play and overall as they look to make moves towards the Peach Belt Conference tournament. Thank you for joining us here tonight in St. Augustine, Florida. I know the rest of the country is going through a bit of a cold spell. We're finally back up to the 70s here, so we're not complaining too much. Enjoy your night.